Hello again everybody, I'm BrianTheBlue and welcome back to Current Calamities, where I take a break from the past and look forward to the future with the games of the present. Yes! Yes! Sonic Mania, ladies and gentlemen, yes! Classic Sonic the Hedgehog is back, baby, and better than ever. With 2D gameplay to boot, Sonic and friends now embark on a new adventure filled with colorful locales, new and old, that'll touch you right in the nostalgia. Speaking of nostalgia, who here upgraded to the next level and bought the Collector's Edition? This guy did. Yes, indeed, I got the Collector's Edition of Sonic Mania, and in all honesty, the nostalgia packs a punch. I don't know why I'm talking about nostalgia, even though I own the games. I wasn't born in his prime. But anyway, the box is reminiscent of the original Sega Genesis boxing, which I have, and upon closer inspection you can see the similarities. Now inside is where the goodies lie. As you open the hard box, you're greeted to a few unique items. First is a download code for you to get the digital version of the game. Sadly, it doesn't come with a physical copy, but that's okay. The other items make up for it. Next up is this metal card that's sleek and cool looking. And when you look on the back, you can find a hidden message on the corner saying, "Fun is infinite." Now we shift gears to the crown jewel, and that is the statue of the Blue Blur himself atop of a mold of the original Sega Genesis. And I put it next to a real Genesis to find it slightly taller in length, probably to support Sonic's big red soap shoes. And to go along with it, there's this Genesis cartridge, which is a perfect imitation. You could easily mistake this for the real thing and break your actual Genesis. You can't put it in the statue thanks to Sonic's soap shoes, but what you can do is pull the pins to find a one-of-a-kind gold ring. It's perfect for engagement. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the commercial for the Collector's Edition. It's very much like the Sonic 2 commercial. But enough about that. It's time to jump into what we're here for in the first place. The game. So you viewers hang on tight, because we gotta go fast. The game kicks off with an opening similar to Sonic 3, but instead of Knuckles, we see Robotnik's new egg robos, the hard-boiled heavies. They retrieve a gemstone known as the Phantom Ruby, which then warps us to Green Hill Zone, where the game begins. Now, for those of you who've played the original Sonic game, which I have along with all the others, you'll be hit with nostalgia overload at the start with the familiar look and tunes of the place. The visuals for this game are gorgeous and are spot on when compared with the original. Mania's graphics are good imitation, but outshines the original because of the polish, and the fact it's in HD makes me drool all over. The controls are pleasant and they feel so good. You've got your typical controls with Sonic with his spin dash and spin attack, and that goes for Tails and Knuckles, who you can also play in this game, in case you want to fly or glide through some difficult levels. But of course, at the end of every act there will be a boss fight which you must defeat in order to move on to the next act or zone. They all present a decent challenge in their own way. While some are fun, others can be frustrating. But in the end, they can be taken down no problem. Unless you die or get a game over. That's a problem there. But hey, that adds to the challenge, and I like a good challenge. And I'll tell you now, I like this game. There's probably not one thing I could say that I don't like about this game. Ooh, but I can tell you one thing I hate about it. It wouldn't be classic Sonic without bonus stages. I'm just not happy it had to be the blue spheres. Now don't get me wrong, this game can be fun. My problem is I'm not very good at it. Like, I get the concept, right? But it sometimes takes one slip up and you're back in the zone. Sometimes I'm utterly baffled by how to do some parts, like, how? Again, I just suck at it. And you really don't need to play them unless you want to unlock some extras in the main menu. But it looks like I'll never be able to mess around in debug mode. Another special stage is where you can get the Chaos Emeralds. By entering this early 3D looking ring, you enter a bonus stage where you gotta chase down a robot holding the Chaos Emerald, similar to Sonic CD. Except looking more like 3D Blast. Oh god, get that box art out of my face! You just have to keep up with the robot by collecting blue balls and rings to keep the timer at bay, and build up your speed, and presto! The emerald is yours. Now the levels in this game are crazy good. After revisiting the chemical plant, we're greeted with new zones like Studiopolis and Mirage Saloon. These two especially have certain nods and Easter eggs within them, which of course you don't know, because if you all had done your research, you wouldn't be here. Then again, some of you may have, so all I'm going to say about these levels is they're all fun and will let you go as fast as you can so long as you let it. One last thing to mention is the assortment of power-ups that can be found throughout the game. These shields kinda blew my mind for a bit when I was playing, because when I pressed jump twice...
Dang, okay, I'm done. No more. It's enough action for one day.
But the fun doesn't end there, for in the main menu there are a few more things you can do, like toggle with a few options, face a friend off in competition similar to Sonic 2, and do time attack to speedrun levels and get the minimal time possible. I've always wanted to play a classic Sonic game when they were new, and now I've finally got that chance and it's well worth it. Sonic Mania is super fun and one of the best modern gaming experiences I've had in a while. Whether you're an old-time Sonic fan or just getting into his games, this title is well recommended to the fans and any gamer out there, as it was made by the Mania, for the Mania.
So with all that being said, what's my overall opinion?
This game is classic Sonic rejuvenated and is exactly the true game Sonic fans were waiting for. Not to say there's anything wrong with 3D Sonic, although sometimes there is, but 2D Sonic is always a joy to play, whether for nostalgia or just for the hell of it. The game itself is a blast to play with its gorgeous visuals, classic gameplay, and subtle nods here and there. This is a definite must-get for your Nintendo Switch. I mean, who wouldn't want to play classic Sonic on the go? Now we don't have to take the Nomad everywhere with 60 batteries in our pocket because it only lasts 2 hours with 6. No telling if Sega will make more 2D Sonic games, but I'm thrilled this came out in the first place, and I'll continue to play it for a good while, because in order to get good, it takes ages. So what do you think? Do you agree with me, or have your own thoughts? Let me know by leaving a comment. If you like what you see, like the video with those thumbs up. If you think anyone else would like this vid, share it around. And if you want to see more of me, this show, and others, hit the subscribe button. I'm BrianTheBlue, thanks for watching. I'm going back to the past, and until next time, I'll see you in the future.